Dear students, welcome to Digital Learning DC. Myself Srimati V.S. Godchapnor, Assistant Professor working in Department of Mathematics, GFGC and PG Center, Gadag. Welcome to all BSc 5th Sem Paper 3, Statics and Laplace Transformation. In that, we will discuss the statement and proof of Verignan theorem. Resolved part of the forces. What is the definition of resolved part of the forces? Before going to the theorem of Verignan, resolved part of forces means the component of a given force in a given direction so that other component is at right angle to the first component is called the resolved part of the given force in that direction. Observe the figure. Let PQ are perpendicular to each other, then alpha plus beta equal to 90, P equal to R into sine 90 minus alpha divided by sine 90. That implies P equal to R into cos alpha. That implies OA equal to R into cos alpha. Hence the resolved part of R along OX is OA equal to R into cos alpha. And Q equal to R into sine alpha divided by sine 90. Hence Q equal to R into sine alpha. That implies OB equal to sine alpha. Hence the resolved part of R along OY is OB, that is equal to sine alpha. Resolved part of a force in a given direction is obtained by multiplying the given force by cosine of the angle between the line of action of the given force and the given direction. The next is Verignan's theorem of moments. Statement of the theorem is the algebraic sum of the moments of two forces are not forming a couple about any point in their plane is equal to moment of their resultant about that point. Proof of the theorem is two coplanar forces can be either intersecting or parallel. Let P and Q be the two forces and R be their resultant. Observe the figure. The theorem is proved by two cases. Case 1 is when the forces intersect at a point. Let P and Q intersect at O, then R also passes through O. Let A be point about which movement are taken. Join OA, draw AL perpendicular to line of action P and OX perpendicular to OA. Moment of P about A equal to P into AL. From triangle AOL, sin alpha equal to AL divided by OA, that implies AL equal to OA into sin alpha. Moment of P about A equal to OA into P, that implies sin alpha equal to into sin alpha. OA into P into sin alpha, that is equal to OA into resolved part of P about OX. Case 2, when P and Q are like parallel forces. Observe the figure. Let O be the point about which moments are to be taken. Draw AOB perpendicular to the line of action of forces. The resultant R equal to P plus Q and meets AB in each that in C, meet AB in C such that P into AC equal to Q into BC. When O lies within AB, therefore algebraic sum of moments of P and Q about O equal to P into OA minus Q into OB, that is equal to P into bracket AC plus OC minus Q into bracket BC minus OC. That implies P into AC minus Q into BC plus OC into P plus Q, that equal to 0 plus R into OC into OC, since P plus Q equal to R and P into AC equal to Q into BC. That implies R into OC, that is equal to moment of R about O. When O lies outside AB, observe the figure. O is outside the AB. The algebraic sum of moments of P and Q about O is equal to minus P into OA minus Q into OB. That is equal to minus P into bracket OC minus AC minus Q into bracket BC minus OC. That equal to P into AC minus Q into BC minus OC into P plus Q. that is equal to 0 minus R into OC, since P plus Q equal to R and P into AC equal to Q into BC, that is equal to minus R into OC, that is implies moment of R about O. In case 3, when P and Q are unlike parallel forces, let P is greater than Q, let O be the point about which moments are to be taken. Draw COB perpendicular to the line of action of forces. The resultant R equal to P minus Q and AB in C, such that P into AC equal to Q into BC. When O lies within AB, observe the figure. Algebraic sum of moments of P and Q about O equal to P into OA plus Q into OB. That equal to P into bracket OC minus AC plus Q into BC minus OC. That implies minus P into AC plus Q into BC plus OC into P minus Q. That is equal to 0 plus OC into R. That implies R into OC. That is equal to moment of R about O. When O lies outside AB, algebraic sum of moments of P and Q about O equal to minus P into OA plus Q into OB. That is equal to minus P into OC plus AC plus Q into OC plus BC. That is equal to minus P into AC plus Q into BC plus OC into bracket minus P plus Q. That is equal to 0 minus OC into P minus Q. That is equal to minus OC into R. That is equal to minus R into OC. That equal to moment of R about O. In any case, algebraic sum of the moments of two forces about any point in their plane is equal to the moment of their resultant about that point. The next is generalized form of Verignon's theorem. The algebraic sum of moments of any number of coplanar forces about any point in their plan is equal to the moment of their resultant and the same point. Then note on the Verignon's theorem. First one is the system of coplanar forces acting on a rigid body will be equilibrium if the algebraic sum of their moments about any point in their plane is 0. Then second note is if the algebraic sum of the moments of a system of coplanar forces about any point is 0, then that point must be on the line of action of resultant and is not itself 0. Then third note is if a system of coplanar forces have a resultant, then the algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces about any point on the line of action of the resultant is 0. These are the reference books. Thank you one and all.